Hi you guys, welcome to His Glow where faith and passion collide. I am Stephanie, the voice that you usually hear behind your screen. Today I decided to come and show my face just so you guys could really know who it is that you're listening to and be able to relate a lot more. This is by no means saying that I will discontinue the podcast because that will be my primary source of communication to you guys. However, if you do like these type of videos where you can actually sit face to face with me, do comment down below and let me know so I can continue to produce more of these for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about moving in silence, and this is such an important topic that is dear to my heart, so I cannot wait to share it with you guys. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe and you hit that notification bell so you do not miss a single post. Alright, now that you've done that, let's get into the video. Number 1, moving in silence does not equate unfriendliness or isolation. It is very important for you to have people around you who you know mean well and who you know have your best interest at heart. When you start to block everybody off from your life and you start to unfriend people just so you can move in silence, it starts to taint the purpose of you moving in silence. Now, the world's version of moving in silence is so that when the thing happens or when you finally make it, you can flex on everybody and say, oh, look at where I am now. To all of you who doubted me. But when the Christian wants to move in silence, we need to be focusing on how is this going to glorify God? How is this going to help me avoid any unnecessary spiritual warfare? Because you know there's always going to be people who don't mean well and people who are wishing on your downfall. And spiritual warfare is very real. So I will talk about that a lot more on this channel as time goes on. But for now, just letting you guys know that let's not be naive to Satan's devices, right? So yes, it is imperative to have people around you who you know mean well, that you can bounce ideas off of and communicate effectively with through your time of growth, through your time of this process of whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. Number 2, you need to celebrate with those who are celebrating and weep with those who are weeping. This way, when it's your turn for celebration and when you finally achieve that thing that you were moving in silence for, you will have people to celebrate with you. And the way this life works is sometimes it may not even be the same people you were there for. Sometimes it may not be the same people you celebrated with or you helped. However, when you help others, people will help you. Even if it's not the same people that you help, there will be people who God provides to be help to your life. Never turn your face from someone who you are able to help, because when it's your turn, God will provide people who will be able to help you as well. And no man is an island. There is not a single great person that made it there on their own. People would like to say they're self-made, but that's not a real thing. Being self-made is not possible. There's always somebody in positions of authority that help you or whoever it is get to where they are today. So be relatable, be humble, lend a helping hand, and when it is your turn, you will find those who will be able to do the same for you. Do not, this one is very obvious, but do not overshare accomplishments. Now, before you reach the actual destination of a goal that you have set out for yourself, you must accomplish sub-goals or short-term goals. These short-term goals may be what excites you and you're like, yes, I'm just a little bit more closer, and that excitement may make you want to share. You have your eye on the overall long-term goal, so you feel as though sharing these little short-term goals don't really, who cares? Whatever, let me share them. But those short-term goals are like puzzle pieces. The more puzzle pieces you put out there, people will now be able to put the entire puzzle together. You never want to give off the impression of false moving in silence. So yes, the overall long-term goal is the meat of it all. However, the short-term goals are equally as important, because if you just keep giving little puzzle pieces out, then who cares if the long-term goal was hidden or not fully announced? You already gave the puzzle pieces out. People will be able to put 2 and 2 together and figure out what it is anyway. So just to save the integrity of your season of moving in silence, please be mindful of not oversharing. For those of you who want to tell the entire testimony, which is nothing wrong with it when it's all done, absolutely nothing wrong with it. However, I just want you guys to know that no matter how much detail you give in a testimony, no one will be able to know the capacity of the miracle that God has done in your life but you and God. Sometimes things are just not that explainable. Even no matter how much you may explain it, no one else will really know the same feeling that you felt when you saw God move in your life. Number 4, let God exalt you. Who doesn't want to show how well they're doing, right? But there's a way you go about it. I have come to the realization that I just want God to exalt me now. I'm tired of exalting myself, because exalting myself is, number 1, exhausting. Number 2, you feel like you ain't even do it right. You didn't do it as well as you know God will for you. And number 3, sometimes you're just like, I'm trying to prove this to you guys for what? I'm trying to prove this to them for what, you know? And you may not even get out what you wanted to get out of proving something to somebody. Let God exalt you, because when God exalts you, no man can humble you. Nothing can bring you back down. But if you know me, you know I really detest cancel culture. I really do not care for cancel culture at all, because what cancel culture does is they understand that the power that they have, because they usually have created these people through followings, through supporting brands, right? And because they know that that power that they have and the person's success came from that power, they use that power to then pull that person down when that person does something that they don't necessarily agree with. Take B. Simone, for example. I made a video about her, you know, I don't want to even call it a downfall, but a little bit slip up, right? With the manifesting a man and all of these things. When she was on top of her game, she had just became a millionaire. She had just posted her new book. She had just launched her new makeup cosmetic line. Then out of nowhere, she says one thing that people don't like, and then the whole thing about plagiarism came after. But she said one thing that people didn't like about finding a man who's an entrepreneur rather than a 9-to-5, and next thing you know it, she was going down. Her career was going down. So, and you really haven't heard much from her since. So this is what cancel culture does. When you allow the power of your success to be in the hands of other people rather than God, you allow other people to be able to pull you down as well. When God exalts you, there is no pulling down from man. It's just not possible. Power passes power. So when God exalts you, you know that you are truly exalted, and you don't have to be looking over your shoulder and, you know, walking on eggshells. It may not be that easy right now, but trust me, when it's time, He will showcase you. Your time of showcasing is coming. Don't worry. So I'm just going to quickly share the dream that inspired this topic. So I had a dream on July 13, 2020, that because I am in the military, so I had a dream that I was around a couple soldiers that I personally knew. These are people I actually know. And everybody was hungry. Everybody was so hungry, and nobody had the means of providing food. So in my mind, an idea comes up like, okay, there's eggs. I know how to make yam, and there's some stew in the fridge or something like that. And then I said, okay, I'm going to put these two together. When I announced it, a fellow soldier heard me. I was thinking out loud, and the fellow soldier heard me, and then he ran to the fridge and got an egg. There were 3 eggs there. I was going to eat all 3, because in real life, I really eat 3 eggs. I need that protein. But I was going to eat all 3. And then he ran and got an egg, and I was left with 2. However, when I sat down, it was like in abundance. Like the 2 was still made into an abundance. Like I was aware that God had made the 2 in abundance, although 1 was technically taken away. That when I woke up, like Holy Spirit just ministered to me, like there are things that you will want to share with people. There are things, some ideas are just amazing. You know, you have these ideas and you're like, wow, I can't wait to share this. But sharing that idea too early may cause a lot of friction, may cause a lot of interruption, may cause a lot of jealousy, may cause a lot of things that you really do not need, especially early on in the journey. I quickly wanted to talk about the part of the abundance, because this is an important fact that if you are in Christ, God will give you grace. And although you may have made a mistake of oversharing or slipping up and telling the wrong person, there is grace that God will give you to still allow you to fulfill your purpose, to still allow you to allow those ideas that he has given you to come to fruition. So it's never going to be a end all be all with God. You will still have grace, but there is still a warning that oversharing can cause unnecessary spiritual and physical battles. This dream gave me a wake-up call, and I decided to make this video for you guys as well. So if you are in the middle of journeying to your overall long-term goal, let's do so in silence and only share it with those who we know can benefit from it, or that we can benefit from sharing with them. So that is all, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and comment down below. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys. Stay tuned for the next video, and remember to never let anyone or anything dim your glow. Bye.